Welcome to the next thingo. We're riveting in the last bit of floor. We've been doing some stuff. A bit of a mess in there, bud. We folded up these. These are going to be some consoles. We went 700 and 530 and like 250 down, 200 in for the top. So steering, console, you know, that sort of thing. Sort of forgot to do some video. I was excited, you know, things are happening. But what we're planning, I'll show you what we're planning. We'll do some stuff and like maybe I'll try to do a better video this time. We'll see. Let me know. What we're thinking is we're going to cut that out. So that'll like sit in and then the top sheet can like whoop, and then it'll look nice and blend in and be not shit. That's the plan. We're going to chop it and then I'll show you. I'll show you. It'll be right. So this is what we're saying. Like, you know, in there we probably should have left this a bit longer, but you know, we'll fill that. So the next top plate,
sharp.
Yeah, that is sharp. That's also 4mm.
Yeah, but just
we're going thinner on top.
Yeah, like that.
So it'll clip in and you know, and then weld. Just so it sort of matches in, you know, all that Hollywood wanker shit, you know. That's a plan. Let's do some consoles. I think that's going to work well. Put a shelf in later when, you know, we need it.
What did you cut that off with?
A grinder.
Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't have any like wax or anything. You're supposed to use wax to cut this. I just butchered it with a grinder and lent harder. Hopefully the other side's a little scratched.
Yep.
There it is. I did bring the tripod too.
Alright, look at that. Some free fucking material in the middle we weren't expecting. That could be a cool little thing. Yep. Yep. I don't need to tell a table, but I want to do something camera thing.
Well, sort of like a scratch one, yeah.
I'm the truth. Fuck off.
That's pretty good. We'll just radius that corner a bit.
Those angles be
Pretty fine. Pretty rub that.
2 trips with the bitches. Thanks, bitches.
What do you think? That's what we think. So we could have left that longer, but we'll just fill that with a bit of stuff. Well, that'll help brace it. They're a 50mm return. You'll get angle that goes like, we'll get to that in a bit. I don't think that looks too bad. We'll fill that gap, you know, weld it. The centers, we'll get like some pipes that go up to the top of the, and then maybe like a, for a windscreen or something, but yeah, well, that's in the future. That's looking pretty good. I reckon, what do you reckon, 25 lip or something? If I do bolt acrylic in it, it's that, but for now, I don't know, it might stop something. Might even be worth putting a lip or something across there, so if we throw sinkers or a phone, it doesn't just, you know. There we go. We'll do some more tacks and do some more things. But that's looking pretty good. We have 2 identical consoles. So they are pretty big. They're a meter high. That's 200mm. That is 560mm. And overall, we're 700 front to back. And then 535 wide. So, yeah, that's them. This one welded up really nicely. There must have been a little bit of shit around here on this one, but I just welded through it. You know, it'll be fine. Give it a sand and paint it. We've also put the doubler plate on. That was basically pretty self-explanatory. Just put it up against the back, put a few tacks. I lifted it up with a forklift. I didn't want a video. It was not sketchy, but it didn't look too great, so it didn't make it. Yeah, welded all around, so underneath's all ground and cleaned up. The 2 sides that we welded up, they're all good. Across the top, I've left about a 2mm gap, and we welded that, and then we're going to grind this because the plate we left like 5-6mm higher. So we'll ground it, or we welded it, and we'll grind it, and if we need to, we'll fill in any extra gaps. But there's now 12mm of plate steel plus all that reinforcement on the inside, so I don't think that's going anywhere. After an hour of grinding or so, this is now on and welded and pretty and good enough. I'm not going to touch it because it is still hot. I've been through like 4 Bosch batteries, which isn't saying much there. It is shit cordless gear, that stuff. But that's it, the doubler plate. Beautiful. This is the plan. I'm just going to MIG weld it because it's quicker and I'm kind of hungry. So we're going to get some food after this. And then keep going till, I don't know, probably around 10 tonight or something. But yeah, so it'll just stitched. I'm not going to fully weld it, that's just crazy talk. Maybe a bit of weld underneath with the TIG, but realistically probably not. I'm just going to stitch the top, stitch the ends, same, and then we'll drill probably, I don't know, 4 holes, and 4 holes, and 4 holes or something like that. And bolt that to the framework that we put under there. So once we're happy, we're going to go in about 100mm from the edge too, but we'll get to that when we're in it. We have bolted in 2 consoles. It's getting late, so we're going to call it. We're not going to do any uprights. So the next time this gets worked on will be at one of our houses. But that's our little walkway. This is it sitting down. You're about my head height, so that's pretty good. Yeah, there's poles. Yeah, they'll go on the pallet. They'll eventually be.
Tell the people, man. I know where they go.
Whoop, to whoop. You know, and then you can stand here like a mad dog or something. What? Oh yeah, there'll be a eventually. But yeah, this is, you know, they're solid as fucking anything. They're proper. We only ended up putting 9 bolts in. They're not permanently in. They're only in there just so we could do some stuff. Yeah, we left 100 mil for, you know, pocket access, and I got to get a throttle in there somewhere. And we just did 2 the same because why not? Looks good. And what's that leave us? 1200, 24, 36, 4 meters of flat, and then from here to there is just over a meter. So there's 5 meters of front space. And really, you could just rip that out if you didn't want it, and then you got an extra 1200 on one side. So that looks pretty good. I'm very happy. This is the final workshop video. The double plate, I don't know if I talked about that, but that's all good. If you've managed to watch some videos with us, thanks. Appreciate yous.